Hi, thanks for joining us for Local Bug Guy's monthly bug report for March of 2018. The reason we do these is so that you can know if your bugs are normal. Because a lot of people are kind of ashamed of their bugs, they kind of hide in the closet. If you know what's normal, then you know it's okay. So let's start with the ants. That's the main bug we deal with. Last month, we had 11 emergency calls. That's people who call us and say, come back for free. How did that compare to the month before?
In February we had 18.
18, so it actually went down from February to March. There was less, which is actually backwards from what we would expect. March of last year there was 8, so we had more this year than last year. How about last April, so that we can try to predict what this April might be like?
We had 98.
98?
Yeah.
That's like 10 times as much. So why do you think there were so many more in April than February and March?
Might have been hotter.
Yeah, I think if we look at it, we'll find that it was hotter. Usually the ants, some will come in when it gets wet in the winter, but a lot more will come in when it's hot. When it's over 90 degrees, the ants come in. When the overnight low is 60 or above, then there's even more ants. So the weather really affects the ants. Okay, next thing we'll talk about is spiders. Second pest we deal with that keep us busy. There's only 5 calls for spiders last month. How many was there the month before?
In February there was only 11.
11. That's still twice as many as 5, which again is backwards. Normally we would see more spiders and more ants. Let's see, what was the next thing? Oh yeah, March. March of last year there was 27, so there was more last March than this March.
And in April of 2017 we had 33 emergencies.
Okay, which we would expect more in April. I think last April was actually kind of slow as far as spiders. Normally it's a breeding season, it seems like. People are calling with spiders, especially small and medium-sized spiders. So this April, I think a more normal number I'm going to predict, probably about 50 or 60. All right, rodents, let's jump to that. Our specialty is ants and spiders, but we have to be able to handle rodents because people are going to have those. We have to be able to handle a lot of them. There was 17 calls for rodents. How does that compare to the month before, February?
In February we had 7.
7. Okay,
Why?
so that went up.
Yeah, why 7 not?
So
Why is it?
that actually was a low one because the rodents are very associated with the weather, especially the cold. When it gets cold, they'll come into garages, they'll come into attics more. And so again, that's backwards. We would expect to see more ants and more spiders from February to March and less rodents from February to March. So not really sure why. What do you predict we'll have in April of this year for
About
rodents?
maybe 10 in the winter.
So normally, again, there's more spiders in the summer, more rodents in the winter. I think April is going to really be the time when that shifts. We'll start to see less rodents and more spiders. We'll see how our predictions are next month. Tune in. All right, miscellaneous bugs. Bed bugs. Do we do bed bugs?
No.
How many people called us for bed bugs?
3 to 4.
And what did we tell them?
You said, we'll refer you to somebody else because we can't do these.
Yeah, if people call, we'll help them find someone who's good at bed bugs. We like to do what we're good at and refer you to someone who's good at what you need, if it's not us. Springtails, we do those. We got 5 or 6 calls. Not a whole lot, but it's something we can help with. This time of year, it's kind of normal. How about carpet beetles?
For carpet beetles, we got about 3 to 4, and we do carpet beetles.
And bees, we don't do bees. We'll try to refer you to someone who is a beekeeper and try to save the bees if possible. There's probably about 3. I would expect 10 to 15. I think our bee season is starting late this year. Spring and early summer, there's always going to be more bees. That's about it as far as our what we've seen and what we're predicting. To end off, I'm going to have my son come up and he's going to tell you a story that he had as a 2-year-old child. Come on up, Ryan, tell us a story, and then he'll tell us a joke. We always want to try to end off with something like that.
Okay. So this happened when I was around 2 years old, and I read a spider story. And a couple days later, I went outside and I found a black widow, and I picked it up, was still alive by its leg, and brought it in. I was so proud of myself. And my mom saw it, and she was freaking out. She pushed me out of the way and was stomping on the spider. No one got hurt. The end. Okay. Now for the jokes. What do you call two spiders that just got married? Any guesses?
Hashtag just married.
That was way off. Newlyweds. Okay.
You make that one up yourself? That's a good one.
Well, it was on the back of a
I thought you made that up.
Laffy Taffy.
Oh, I thought you said you made it up. Alright,
What do
let's
you
hear the
call
next
a
one.
spider that eats her husband? Any guesses?
Killer.
Nope. Black widow.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
I hope that our estimates about how much there will be are right, and see you next time.
Thanks for
Bye.
watching.